connect with my partner. Hi,
Hey,
finally.
yes, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Yeah, she's here. She's here.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I'm really sorry for there was some Wi-Fi network issue.
It's
My
okay. It's
Wi-Fi,
okay. Yeah.
my Wi-Fi is as fragile as a Disney princess. So it really needs to be at a certain angle, something like that. I really have to pander to it for it to start working.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I do understand. The last time I went live, the same issue happened. It takes a little bit of a time to connect on these live sessions, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so
Eh,
much for being patient and understanding.
It's okay, chill. By the way, for our viewers, today we there's this another episode or edition of Bake a Story where we will be talking about Harry Potter, all-time favorite, and
Woo!
yeah, and we will be discussing various aspects of it, favorite characters, and okay, let's just let it be a surprise. So, nahi deri main. Okay, so I'll quickly pin it on the comment section so that people who join can, you know,
Yeah.
uh, read it.
So first of all, I would like to say, oh my God, I'm like still like I'm being that one annoying person who constantly, keeps touching their hair, fixing it. I'm just never
Yeah,
satisfied with the hair look on life.
क्या फर्क कोई वो कुछ नहीं. It's all cool. Ah, cool.
Okay,
Done.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so what's up? Tell me, what is your, just go on. How do you like, what do you like about Harry Potter? Or let's just start with what was the age or when was it that, I'm so sorry. When was it that, you got to know
Discovered it.
about, yeah, Harry Potter.
Yes. So first of all, a very happy Halloween to one and
Yes.
all. Like,
Happy Halloween.
uh, yes, like it was a great spooky season for me at least because I watched a horror movie every single day with my friends on online party. So
Hmm.
yeah, and thank you so much for inviting me. And to all of the people who are watching, so even if like now we
Hmm.
are going to talk, feel free to leave the comments and whatever you have to share and whatever questions you have because towards the end we will take a few of those questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I think I was. Wait, let me actually remember. Third grade. I very well remember I was in third grade when Goblet of Fire came out. I was fourth grade, okay. So that's like I was like eight or nine. So even before that. So
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
can say
Hmm.
I was maybe like six or seven
Hmm.
when I first got to know Harry Potter.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, and I got to know of the movies first. So
Hmm.
I watched first two movies,
Hmm.
and then I picked up the books.
Right.
And then over all these years, I read the books, and then I go on to like reread them. So yeah,
Yeah.
what's your story?
Right. For me, it was I think those dubbed versions on Pogo. Like, you know, those were the ones
Yes,
for me. That's where
yes.
I actually started figuring. So I think, to be very honest, I actually started understanding what is actually happening later on in life. But then, for the
Hmm.
visual effects and everything, or for the entertainment purposes, I used to watch it since the very beginning of my life only. ठीक है, जब से वो what
Yeah.
was it called? अरे what are those things called in Hindi? Those death eaters. Something, some weird, okay, term.
Dumpy
Yeah. Yeah. So I used to trip on those terms, okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was when I actually started. However, when I actually started understanding the story and these
Hmm.
finest of details and the symbolism and how
Yes.
it's the meaning of friendship that comes out really
Mhm.
nicely from this movie.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Um. I think for a
Hmm.
lot of 90s kids, that's like our OG fandom. That's like
Hmm.
the one fandom that we have like most of our allegiance to. And with the dub, like I think, yeah, like renting from DVDs to watching it on Pogo, we
Yeah.
began it with the dub. And even if
Hmm.
we used to song to theaters, it
Hmm.
used to be dubbed. And
Yeah.
I am glad to say that when we were kids, the dubbed versions were actually good. Like, the
Yeah.
Hindi translators used to put efforts into all of those translations. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
they
Hmm.
were
Hmm. Hmm.
funny, they were good. They weren't,
They
well, there
weren't
were some,
weird.
very few moments where they got cringy. But
Hmm.
oh
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
God, when I look at today's dubs,
Hmm.
I'm like, what the actual hell is going on? Like, this makes
Yeah,
zero
yeah, yeah.
sense.
They
This is
they make it
ridiculous.
extremely weird and very kiddish. Whereas that's the thing I was telling you. It's not a kiddish movie. Or okay. So the other day I was talking to so like there's this thing called Shadow at my college, right? And I
Hmm.
was mapped to a leader who is based out in Singapore. So we were talking
Hmm.
about Harry Potter again, and fortunately, she was a Potterhead as well. So I was just telling her,
Oh,
that I feel so bad when people call it a child's book, children's book, and everything, whereas it's not.
oh,
It's extremely dark and it's extremely, serious and all. And it reminds me
exactly.
of Sirius Black, but okay. So, yeah, and the lady said, I mean, she said that no, I don't consider it any child book. I mean, I'm not going to expose
It's not.
Harry
It's
Potter
actually
to
not.
my daughter like anytime soon, because like it's some negative
Yeah.
stuff as well. So, I mean, negative in the sense that, if you do not quite grasp what exactly is happening, it might take a little bit of a toll on you. It's that serious of a book, and people just don't understand, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
The
but
the Harry Potter universe spans 7 books, and I would say that rather than any other adult book, it covers a diverse range of very grave issues. Like
yeah,
heavy use of symbolism. It's on the level of, in fact, I see it like how Voldemort can be compared to the picture of Dorian Gray, and J.K. Rowling borrows so heavily Shakespeare, Dante,
hello,
Christianity.
yeah,
I don't understand how like somebody can call it Bachcho Wali book, which even it's clearly not. And
that's the
this
thing,
one
yeah.
trivia, let me provide everyone here with this one trivia that there was this like article that I read like many years ago in Times of India, that Oxford University gave edge to those applicants, to those candidates who had actually read the books. So that's actually the thing, because it's said that the books
Hmm.
just like boost your imagination, your
Yeah.
empathy, your understanding.
Yeah, and
So
that's the thing. I mean, I haven't read quite many books. I mean, I've read Deathly Hallows, I have, and Half Blood Prince, but that's the end
mhm.
of it. I mean, I haven't read the books, and I'm guilty. But I also feel that it's like, so okay. So I miss watching Harry Potter movies the first time.
Mhm.
Like the
Mhm.
thrill of it, like the twists and turns, and you don't know what to expect and stuff like that. But then I feel that,
Yeah.
since I haven't read the books yet, so like there's a lot
Mhm.
of other things for me to discover, like me being
Oh,
such a
for
huge
sure.
fan, right? And it's of
Yeah.
course, I mean, these books have a lot of details that is not humanly possible to put it in the
They
movies.
shaped our generation. Like, just from being popular books, they are a phenomenon for a reason. In
Yeah.
fact, for multiple.
That's what. And yeah, I mean, it's sad that, Deathly Hallows is one book that, one movie that I really felt that could have had a couple of scenes more. I mean,
Yeah.
the prominent one being the Dudleys, the scene where, the Dudleys and Harry Potter, they part their ways. And in the book, the Dudleys are actually the good ones. They say that we'll miss you and stuff like that, and basically
They
the
eventually come down. Yeah, they
yeah,
eventually do.
Exactly, and they did not show it in the movies. And that switch of character, the switch of tone in the relationship between these two, that changes, and it's extremely important to show that to your viewers. But that doesn't happen in the movie. But it's okay. I mean,
Somebody asked, somebody asked, are we shipping Harry and Hermione? Okay, so let me tell you before that, we are
Hermione,
a
I
queer
am.
safe space here. We are a queer safe space in it. We are shipping Harry and
Harry,
Draco rather.
yeah,
I'm a Harry and Draco person,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm a Draco person, and I'm mad. I am mad that like in the entire movies, he has just got 31 minutes of screen
I
time. That's it.
know, yeah.
That's mental. That's
I
insane to be
know.
31
That's yeah. He is a very important character again, and I'm
I love his
sure.
character arc. I love his
Yeah,
character arc.
yeah, and how troubled this particular character is, and he has a bit of a goodness in his heart, but like people around him are not allowing him to actually get it out, and he's scared
Yeah.
like his family is, but still has that inch of a
Draco has
courage.
always been a good guy. Draco has always been a good guy. He was just
Mm,
very much pressured with Slytherin values,
mm.
being one of the most famous, richest, and
Yeah, being a
pure.
pure blood, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
So
mm.
there was just a lot riding on a young kid's shoulder. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, but I don't know why. I mean, I am much more of a Hermione fan. I don't know why, because like these are very opposite energies. But I really wish that if
Yeah.
Draco and Hermione would have gotten together, it would have been like wow, amazing. I've never felt that Harry and Hermione should be together. Like a lot of people do say that they are
Me
supposed to,
neither.
but like I really like how these two are best friends. So
Yes,
so
yes.
so that is fine,
Their
but
friendship is so precious. Like it's so platonic.
hmm,
And don't
hmm.
we all like crave for a friend like that?
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
the
Uh, and Hermione again, I feel that is a very
and also let's
underrated.
just admit, okay, let's just admit, she was
What?
just too smart for Harry. She
I,
was
that
just too
that
smart
is
for
exactly what I'm trying to say. That is
Harry.
exactly what I was trying to say. That this girl, Hermione, is very underrated. To be honest, okay,
Harry
like
would
the
have been
amount
dead.
of
Harry would have been dead in the first two books itself. Harry didn't beat for
and
Hermione.
that is very true. Okay, like a lot of these memes say, a lot of these facts and figures, they say that
Yes.
but it's very true. And so one or two scenes I felt really bad. Okay, so remember this prisoner of Azkaban. Okay, and on the tower when this guy Sirius Black will just part his ways from Harry, and they'll meet again someday or the other, and it was
Yeah.
all Hermione, the entire plan. I mean, look, I wore even this.
Mhm.
So
Oh
like,
my God. So precious. Oh my God, that's lovely. Oh,
yeah, thank you. But that's the thing. Okay, that was all Hermione, and she
you
was
look
just
very
giving.
pretty. That lip stain suits you so much. You look such a babe.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing. Okay, that she was just given like half a second of a credit that you're the smartest witch that I've ever met, and that's all. And the entire focus was on then Harry, and like the bond that
Yeah.
Harry and Black share. I mean, that's good. That's a separate aspect altogether. But the credit that she deserves for the half of the movie was her only, and people don't even give her the credit. I feel so bad for her.
Well, isn't what isn't that how is the case with the entire series, with the entire
Yeah,
Harry Potter universe?
it
That
is.
Harry for Hermione, Ron, and so many other adults like Snape, Dumbledore, Harry
Hmm.
wouldn't have been like Harry didn't have a chance. Harry
Yeah.
didn't have a chance.
नहीं वो तो हैरी तो I feel is a walking bleeding heartiest emotional boy. That is all he is, and everybody is just guiding him to what to do, what not to do. And the only time that he actually uses his own brain would be in the last two parts, little bit.
Hmm.
Baki, even in Half
But
Blood Prince, it's the book. And वो मतलब एक inner that will and all that is fine with Harry, of course, but brains तो
I
हर
love
में
Harry, of course. undoubtedly, I love Harry, but I won't say that he's my favorite or one of my favorites.
Same.
And also, I love his character arc book. I really like his character arc. How, towards the end of the book or like series, like basically Harry Potter universe, he turns out to be a strong, smart person with like his spine, and he's able to stand up to people, and he discovers his own identity. He discovers his basically individuality, and
Right.
because he has faced so much, he has seen deaths of so many loved ones, that now he has hardened, but in a good way. And this is what
Hmm.
I love about Harry Potter, that they
Hmm.
always tell you that it's always, being moral is always about what you choose, like what you choose to do. It's not something that you are born with or
Hmm.
somebody will pass on to you. You
Right.
continuously have to keep doing good. So this is what we see, that a, a lot of bad happened to both Harry, Draco, and more such characters, yet they chose the right path. They chose to be the good ones in it. And oh
Hmm.
my god, I love Draco's mother. My
What is her
has become
name?
very bad. My memory has become very bad in the bad way. Apologies for that. Her mother,
Hmm.
she just became pulse blind. Even she
Oh.
declares him dead. So
Melissa.
that's how. Mel, yeah, Melissa. I don't think so.
I think that's similar name. I think that. Oh, anyway,
She
continue.
has a very
Hmm.
fancy name. She has a very
Hmm.
fancy name.
Yeah, I mean, she.
And I'm there. Sia, the pop singer. She
Yeah,
copied her from. She copied a hairstyle from. Totally.
yeah. But very much possible. I mean, yeah, and I also was just remembering about those. There's this thing that I saw over the internet, that how Harry was saved by a mother, just not once but twice. One was Ron's mom, and the other one was
Exactly.
Draco's mom.
Exactly.
So not
Yeah.
like I'm here propagating motherly love, but I'm just not that type. But I'm
No,
just saying that
but that is the one of the, but sacrificial love, is like one of
yeah.
the narcissist. Exactly.
Hmm.
Yes, I said that. Right. Thank you so
Ha,
much, Pai.
Narcissa. Ha, who is this? Oh,
Narcissa.
Payal. Ha,
Narcissa.
hi
Right.
Payal. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
you're such a savior, reminding us the names. I was saying that sacrificial love is one
Hmm.
of the baselines, is one of the core elements of the Harry Potter universe.
True.
That how it's the sacrificial love of so many people, and Harry's mother in the beginning, that saved him, and
Hmm.
even Harry in the end. Since Harry was one of the Horcruxes, he sacrificed himself because that
Right.
was the only way, and that's how we see that he was referred to as the chosen one, and that's where we
Hmm.
see the parallels between Harry Potter universe and Christianity, that
Yeah.
Harry is
Hmm.
similar to Jesus, so like
Hmm.
how killing, like how sacrificing oneself will lead to redemption of others,
Right.
saving of others, and how even Harry gets resurrected in the end when he
Yeah.
comes back, when after that he had that little train moment, like whatever that was, with Dumbledore, what do you
Yeah.
call it? It's all the tradition. I call
Uh,
it the train thingy. I call it the train thing because I am an anime fan. I love Studio Ghibli. So when
hmm.
when you have a moment like that where the central character is processing something, or
Hmm.
they're just lost in the thoughts, and that's how anime does it. Ghibli especially does it. So they
Hmm.
have this train thing. So ever since I started watching anime, especially Ghibli,
Hmm.
I just was like, now it's the train thing for every moment I see like that in any universe. It's the
Right.
train. It's the train. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first time that even I watched it, which was like, I don't know, years back, even I felt कि हो क्या रहा है, मतलब ठीक है, I mean, very important scene, and these two are talking and blah blah blah, but like the visual effects were, I was a little bit taken aback. I mean, the movie is so great and all, and what is this? You could have done so much better. ये मतलब the heaven can't look like a train station. So yeah, I mean, ठीक है. It all also can be like, it circles back. It's the origin. The origin also looked like this. That's where your Hogwarts journey begins, on the station, the train station again. So probably that, but yeah. Anyway, so who
It's a
would your
it's kind of like a throwback reference to when in that one scene where Dumbledore and Harry meet on a train station, the VFX wasn't that
That.
great. When the movies came out all those years ago, and I think for that time, the VFX were pretty great. Like I liked them. I was convinced as a kid also and as a teenager also.
Yeah. I mean, probably, it wasn't like any Marvel movie, but that's the thing. I mean, उस जमाने के time से शायद सही थे. But if you watch it today, so one big confession. I really do not like the first part. No.
Okay. I have
Like,
one friend, he hates Order of the Phoenix. Okay.
huh.
He hates Order of the Phoenix. He's like, that's the lamest movie. That's the lamest book. I'm like, the fuck? Like, it's not. Like, I see, I'm that Potterhead that just equally loves all
Hmm.
the parts, all the
Yeah, I
movies, all the
mean,
books.
the story was all good, but I don't know. I mean, it was too. ज्यादा हो रहा था, बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा था. Too many things were happening.
Payal, Payal has asked how many times have we both read the books or watched the movies. Payal, it's
Lost the
countless.
count.
It's
I've
countless.
lost the
Like, I
count.
have
ठीक
lost
है
count.
नहीं. हाँ, every month
Exactly.
I'm watching the same movie over and over again. ठीक है, like whenever I PMS and all, this is my go-to movie with some chocolava cake or some brownie or anything, and that's all I
Yeah.
can do. So I
I think
cannot.
it happens at least once a year, or maybe even like twice a year. So that's I would say like in all these years, it's been like once a year, twice a year, that you do a marathon, or do you do a marathon read or a binge watch?
Yeah. I mean, uh, I can't say that. I mean, monthly होता है मेरा तो मैं तो देखती रहती हूँ. I'm so glad that the entire series is on Prime, and I mean
Oh
that's really
yes,
good. Like one after the other, you can sit and watch. So I
oh
mean,
yes.
Order of Phoenix is hated
Order of
because of
Phoenix is
Professor Umbridge. Ah, that lady.
maybe it can be plausible, but I like Umbridge's character. I have this
Hmm.
teeny tiny soft corner for villainous characters, for the negative
Hmm.
characters as
Hmm.
well.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
My favorite is Bellatrix. I love Bellatrix.
That actress, वो कैरेक्टर तो है ही बढ़िया,
Helena
बट
Bonham
शी
Carter.
इज
Fans
द
unite.
ओजी. माय गॉड.
Please support for Helena Bonham Carter in the comment, and comment if you felt that she should have had more screen time in Enola Holmes. I wanted to see more of Helena and
यस
Enola Holmes.
प्लीज. आई नो. ओके, वो अलग हो जाएगा. नहीं, थोड़ा हैरी पॉटर पे रहते हैं. दैट इज द वो फैन गर्लिंग अलग से करके. But yeah, I mean, and the most perfect, I mean, like her acting skills were prominent in that bank scene when she had to pretend to be Hermione but had to maintain the character of Bellatrix, but in a very subtle manner. So
Yeah.
and while actually, like in terms of body language, she had to copy Emma Watson. So
Yeah.
like, that was amazing. I mean, it did not take me years for that to figure out that this was uh like, pure talent and the art that the lady has, and that was
Yeah. It's
really
just
great.
very evident. It just oozes, and I love the face-off between Molly Weasley and Bellatrix.
Hmm.
That's
uh
pure. That's pure. That's pure
Not
delight.
my
That's pure.
daughter.
I was on the edge of my seat throughout.
Mm-hmm. No, that is very true. I mean, and so I was watching, so I'm like, I go really crazy when it comes to Harry Potter tracks, like Alexander Display and these Nicholas Cooper. There, I mean, I would recommend you to listen to Lily's theme if you haven't yet. Okay, these are all
No, no, I
1 hour.
have.
Ajay, you have,
Yeah,
no?
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Huh.
I just don't remember their names at times. I just
It's okay.
remember don't remember the names at times. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, 1 hour long these videos are, and I can listen to them all day long. Okay, and sometimes when I
Mhm.
need to cry, I'll listen to these music and I'll cry. Okay,
Oh yeah.
I had this phase. Okay, when I was so sad. You know why? Because Harry Potter की movies नहीं आएंगी. This is why I was sad. I was genuinely very sad.
When the movies got over, when the books were all done, when the movies got over, I was like, my whole childhood and teenage is over. Like I can't deal. I want Harry Potter. I want more Harry Potter to deal with adulthood. And since adulthood is now gonna last so long, like till the end of
I
my life,
know, I
So
know, somehow I also feel that maybe, yeah, they're trying to make it, I don't know, like, of course, quality gets hampered when you focus on quantity and blah, blah, blah. But then I also feel that, from a business point of view, that there are so many
yeah, of course, everything has to come
hungry,
to an end. Of course, as
yeah,
Harry
like,
Potter talks about death, everything has to come to an end, and it's the
yeah,
love that you
I
have.
know.
It's inseparable. You always carry it within you. So we'll always carry Harry Potter within ourselves. But yeah, on a different note, I being a trans ally, I have to address this. That I am glad now after what J.K. Rowling, like how transphobic she has been in the past. I'm
Hmm.
glad that she's not belting out any more books because earlier, like the
Hmm.
younger adult me was like, why is she not writing more books or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. That's the debate there as well.
I'm like, now, don't, woman, just don't. I am just disappointed in you.
Hmm.
I
Hmm. Hmm.
my mind is blown that you were the last person I was expecting to be so transphobic, given
Hmm.
how in Harry Potter we talk so much of acceptance, love,
Hmm.
discrimination, prejudice, and even we have queer characters. So
Hmm.
when you, like, and depression, all of that. So when you have touched so well upon all
Hmm.
of those very important issues, and then you went on to be transphobic like that, I'm like, oh.
It's
I don't
okay.
know how many of you all know. I don't know how many of you all know, but then Remus Lupin's character,
Yeah.
that is a metaphor like for HIV/AIDS.
How? I was not aware of this. What is this? Tell me.
Yeah. So Remus had this disease. It's called, my memory has become very bad. Please don't question my love and uh, for Harry Potter. But then
It's
it
okay.
starts with A, and it's something lacrima free, something like that. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
forgetting it right now.
Hmm.
And it's similar to HIV.
Hmm.
That how, oh yes, there is surely queer in that. Like LGBTQIP plus is so much there.
Hmm.
Grindelwald, Albus and
Grindelwald.
Grindelwald.
Yeah,
We
Grindelwald and Dumbledore. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
exactly.
Hmm.
So Remus got it pretty young from a werewolf that was at large. Like after the battle of like yeah, after the that famous battle that happened.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
At the time of before Harry was born. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like when
During his
that
parents'
when
time.
exactly during that
Hmm.
time, and that's how Remus got it. No, sorry,
Acha.
When Remus was a kid. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
And they, like, his parents took him to all the healers, nothing happened, and then by the wolf's bane potion he was somehow able to limit it. And it's
Hmm.
the same as like HIV, that there's no cure for it, but then with medications you can kind of like limit it and buy more time.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
also
Hmm.
like how, if you remember, that he came as the professor of defense against dark arts,
Hmm.
and when and Snape kind of outed him that
Yeah.
he was a weapon. That's why he had to leave his job. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same
Not a lot of
rules that
his dialogue, not a lot of students might like it, or which is why I have to leave. So yeah. I mean, it's not because he
exactly.
wanted to leave, it's because of the students and the parents who would wish for him
And
to
I
leave.
would say that he was one of the best. Sorry, not one of the best. He was the best teacher of defense against dark
Hmm.
arts.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I liked him
Likewise.
the most.
Yeah, yeah. He was. I'm so sorry for my dog. That's going to happen and I can't do anything
That's
about it.
totally fine. I love dogs. Which breed is he? Which breed is he?
Labrador, Labrador. He's also the
Oh,
most
so
commonest
cute.
of name. He's Bruno. He's 6 years old.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hmm.
so that's
Yeah.
how, like, and even J.K. Rowling has said that she's gone on to say that it's a metaphor for HIV.
Acha, okay. Yeah, I mean, Remus, I know that, again, one bit of a detail that comes out of the book is how he's also a scared person during the war, like the other one. Basically, him, and I have no idea what, I don't remember the name of his wife. Oh my God.
Nymphadora
Yeah, yeah,
Tonks.
Nymphadora. Right. So she is actually pregnant with Remus's child, and there's no mention of that again in the movie. And the entire scene where Harry is legitimately scolding him for not being with us and not coming with the three of them on their own journey of finding these Horcruxes, because he just wants to evade that particular situation because he's guilty of detaching his wife from the entire black family. And second was that again he thinks that he has put his wife into grave danger. So to evade that particular guilt of his, he wishes to uh, uh, like go on to the journey with these three people. And that scene again, this is so, I don't know what to say, like mature in a way, because Remus is so much older than Harry, and Harry has the maturity to understand what exactly is happening. So,
Yeah.
right.
And they also
Hmm.
had that bond, right? Because Remus brought this insight and connection because he was one of Harry's father's best friends. So
Hmm.
that was
Hmm.
like they had that bond too. I love
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
bridge
Hmm.
scene when they were standing on that bridge and
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
after a fateful night they're talking. So I love that scene.
No, no, it's actually very true, very natural, and very authentic. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's there, that's there. Anyway, so who would your favorite character be? I mean, it's very weird to ask which one would be your favorite, like just one and all. But yeah, still.
Um, so that's a very tough question. Oh my God, that's like asking a mother who's your favorite kid. Pick out your favorite
Yeah,
kid.
I know that's why I said
I
that. Mm.
Oh God, I just have so many favorites. I just have so many favorites when it comes to anything. Books, movies, songs.
Mhm.
I can't. Like you can't make like when you put me, you have literally put me in a spot by asking that question. I
Sorry,
can't.
sorry, but like still, like anyone that you're fond of, like talk about three or
I'm
four or whoever.
I'm really fond of Hermione, of course, because I relate to her a lot. I was like
Hmm.
that, always excited to answer, and knowing the answers and being that friend. So I like as a
Hmm.
kid, I was like that,
Acha.
being a
Hmm.
front bencher and being that, ma'am, I know the answer, and
Hmm.
it's like. Yeah, and being
Hmm.
very particular about pronunciations and everything. So Hermione
Hmm.
first. Second, I would say Dobby. I love Dobby.
I was thinking about him only. Yeah. Hmm.
I love Dobby. And then third, I would say Draco.
Right. Right. Right.
And there's
For
so many more, but then yeah, just asked me to name three. So yeah, these are the three.
Cool, cool. For me, I think it'll be first Molly.
Oh,
A
it's good one. Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, Molly, because in terms of the actress as well, if you see, so again, I am like a weird sort of a fan. So I watched like the entire premiere of Deathly Hallows, which is like an hour long video on YouTube. Okay, so there, it was the first time when I actually saw the actresses, like the actors and the actress in real life, and how they actually are.
Hmm.
So if you see
Hmm.
Alan Rickman, he's exactly how Snape is. As in
Yeah.
maybe not that straightforward or anything, but like the dialogue delivery is exactly how he speaks.
Yeah, he actually speaks like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Huh. But with
Just speak like
Molly's, I don't know what her name is. But anyway, I have never been good with names. But anyway, but the actress, she's very different in the real world. And that one half split second scene when she kills Bellatrix, okay, that is exactly what she is, who she is, I mean. And when
that.
like she was also asked in that the small mini interviews that they do, she said that I really loved it because that is who I am, that is the sort of bad I am, okay. So like
Hmm.
that would be, she would be like one of my favorites. One. Second would be Sirius Black. um yeah, I mean, he is again a really tough character. very
Hmm.
misunderstood in the first that Prisoner of Azkaban, but then again, that was meant
Yeah,
to
especially
be.
that he comes from the black family and he has associations with Bellatrix. Bellatrix is his
Yeah,
cousin. That's
exactly.
why. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
so that.
like prisoner, he was a prisoner in Azkaban, so people always like saw him in that way.
Hmm, hmm,
Like they
hmm,
always
hmm.
looked down upon him.
That's what. And honestly, like the scene where, Black died. So good one, James. And I was like, oh my God. Whenever मुझे पता चल जाता है that this character is going to die now, because एकदम वो death से पहले ना ऐसा scene आएगा where, everything good is happening and very good bond is being displayed, okay? And this is with all the movies in the, like, every time you see any movie, okay, just notice whenever a character dies ना, उससे थोड़े seconds पहले बहुत अच्छा अच्छा कुछ दिखाएंगे, very emotional and everything, and suddenly the character
Yeah,
dies. Yeah,
yeah.
so that
Shock
happened.
value.
Hmm.
The age old shock value.
Yeah, exactly. So wait, good one, James was very nice, but and it's also said that the real screams of Harry Potter, they were muted. I mean, Daniel Radcliffe, they were muted because they were that strong, and Emma
That
Watson.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Emma Watson and Helena, both of them cried. It was that, like, serious of a thing. So
Wow.
probably, yeah, and that, and probably Dobby again, but Fred and George as well. Oh my God. Okay, I
Oh,
should just
Fred and
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Fred's death hurt like a bitch. It hurt like a
Mm-hmm.
bitch.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. I
Snape,
mean,
I love Snape. I even like Snape.
yeah, even I liked Snape.
Yeah.
Initially, I mean, to
That
be very
twist, that was a banger twist. That was like a very major, I like
yeah,
mind-boggling twist. Yeah,
true.
that he
And
was
that's what,
always
no.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's so magical in terms of when you watch a movie as a viewer, that you as a viewer know that Snape is not actually the bad guy, but the people in the movie don't, you know?
Hmm.
So like when
Yeah.
he is fighting McGonagall. Uh, so we can see as viewers that he doesn't want to fight at all, and he's so sad to see what exactly is happening, and he's the one who has to do it because he has to make that entire pretense and everything, but they can't.
Exactly.
So that again, and McGonagall again, she would again be another very nice actress. I mean,
Oh, yes.
yeah, as an actress also, the
Nice,
lady again, I think, had breast cancer while shooting for Deathly Hallows, I guess, yeah. So that way also very admiring. But
yeah, I
but
really
yeah,
like nice. Yeah.
so the
She's like a
list
really
can go on and on. So, but yeah, I mean, those would be
someone
my favorite.
asked
Hmm.
Someone asked, how do we feel about Neville Longbottom? Yeah, he's very underrated, of course. I
Very.
just love his arc, that how in the end he, like true Gryffindor, draws the sword and kills the basilisk. And
Yeah.
that's
And
amazing. Like,
I can draw
Mhm.
similarities between the two. I mean, both of them lost their parents,
Yes.
in the war, and like both of them again would be Gryffindors and true Gryffindors, because the sword gets showed to him.
Work
It's
could
not
be
like,
done only by true Gryffindor.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that way, yes. I mean, the actor also, I feel, was very, what do you call it? Underrated. Yeah. He's actually a very nice actor, and
He has, yeah, he
hmm.
has grown to be like a really fine, handsome man.
That's what. And he actually used had to wear like these bags and all to be seen as a chubby person, but he was actually not. I mean, when he was a baby and a kid, both up to theek hai, but like in Deathly Hallows, everybody just grows up. So there,
Yeah.
there I saw. Okay, I'll quickly read the comments also if there's
Yeah,
any.
sure.
Pyle says Dobby wasn't so much present in the movies, which makes me sad. He has a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
actually true. So Fine is
hmm.
right. We would have loved
Yeah.
to see more of Toby. But
Yeah,
what can
yeah.
we say when we got only 31 minutes of screen time? I'm still mad about it whenever I think of it. I will never
Mm-hmm.
forget this.
I know. I mean, Bellatrix, I really hated it when Bellatrix killed Dobby. No, you're not supposed to do that.
When
Okay.
Harry had to carry him, carry him and bury him. I can't. I just like that
Yeah,
scene
that was a very emotional
reduces
scene.
even the like most adults to tears.
Hmm,
We
hmm,
like
hmm.
I do melting them. Like I become chocolate like molten lava cake. I'm like like someone vaporize me, please.
Hmm. I know. That was really bad. I mean,
What's your
uh,
house? Like you must have taken the
yeah,
Pottermore
yeah,
quiz, right?
yeah. I'm a Slytherin. I don't know how, but I am a
Oh,
Slytherin.
nice. High five, fellow Slytherin.
Yes. What's your Patronus?
My Patronus is Cheshire Cat.
Oh, mine is otter. I feel so amusing that my Patronus is an otter. But okay, okay, cool. Okay, Pyle again asks if you were to choose a Deathly Hallow, which one would you? Deathly Hallow.
Good question.
Hmm.
I would say Elder Wand.
Acha, that. Oh. Hmm.
I would say
I
Elder
would say
Wand.
the invisibility cloak.
Yeah, that's a good one to like, that's where I'm confused. Like, should I go for invisibility cloak or Elder
Hmm.
Wand? I'm like, Elder Wand.
Yeah, and okay, so I have a question here. So the cloak that James passes on to this guy, Harry Potter, or like wherever he gets the cloak from, is that the invisibility cloak? Or like
Yeah,
what?
that's the invisibility cloak. Hey,
Uh,
that's the invisibility. Yeah.
hmm, cool, cool.
So
Okay.
like Albus had the Elder Wand, Harry had the invisibility cloak.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. Cool.
And that's when, Harry breaks the Elder Wand at the end and throws it away
That's
because
what
he
I mean.
didn't.
It's like tick, like a twig, एकदम से
Like
ऐसे.
it's so amazing, like Ron and Harry, like sorry, yeah, Ron and Hermione just talking that, oh my God, he has his Elder Wand now, like it will be so awesome, and then again, it's just seemed to be Harry.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
That's the thing. I mean, that was a really strong and bold move of Harry to do that, but really good. Yeah. Again.
again very selfless, and how the chosen one should be.
Hmm.
I would
Hmm.
say that he was the one who was always punished for his virtues, for the highest of
Hmm.
his virtues, and this very archetypal, the good one that like the chosen one, how the one should be. So he goes on to do that. So that's one archetype we have there. So, but yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
anyways, like
Hmm.
good.
Hmm.
And then we also see how there's so much of Carl Jung behind, like how she's also borrowed heavily from psychology, from Carl
Yeah.
Jung's
Hmm.
archetypes. I love it.
No, that's true. And one more thing that I really like about the story in general, be it a positive character or a negative character, would be that there's a lot of respect for the skill that everybody possesses. That Voldemort being a negative character and the villain of the story and everything, but each and every person in the movie, they respect him for the wizard that he is because they know that he's actually a very good wizard. His values and
Yeah.
his motive and everything would be negative and to destroy the world and to have it all for him. But then he's intelligent too, you know? So,
Oh yeah,
so,
that's so. Voldemort is a typical gothic hero, like Victor Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll,
yeah.
who want to be immortal. So
Hmm.
they are like geniuses. They are brilliant minds that went astray only because of the fear of death.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it's just
Hmm.
that to keep oneself immortal that led them to do heinous activities.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
So that
Yeah,
is very
yeah.
the picture of Dr. thing also.
That's what. Like, yeah, I mean, these people have very negative connotations on everything in life, basically, and that this particular thing is so evident, and I don't know, like, so this was in, I think, or नहीं कौन सा था वो ऑर्डर ऑफ फीनिक्स ही था ना जिसमें like there was a nice very nice battle between Dumbledore and Voldemort.
Dumbledore,
That
Dumbledore,
was Order of Phoenix, na?
that
Yeah.
was Order of Phoenix. Yes, yes, that was Order of Phoenix. The Ministry of Magic, they have it.
Yeah, and the very last scene when Harry says that you will never know what friendship is, you will never know what love is, and I pity you for that. And that is the one scene where it actually, says that what is the difference between what is positive and what is negative in the world and in life in general. But in terms of skills and in terms of the intelligence, in terms of how a wizard should be, like the powerful wizard should be, I think it was very I don't know, out there, that people respected him. Like, of course, the fear was there, but if you see Dumbledore, and if you like Dumbledore, conversations between Dumbledore and Snape, they'll always say that, your opponent is very strong, he's very
Yeah.
smart, and he has his own tricks. So be careful, like, just not be scared of him or be afraid of him. So yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Hmm.
like, Voldemort was unable to realize that even if one dies, which is like a very natural thing, just because you are a pure blood, just because you're a wizard, doesn't mean you won't have your end. And you will live forever. You'll be immortalized in the
Hmm.
hearts of your loved ones. In love and in friendship, will you find your immortality that you're seeking for?
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
he breaks, he goes against the nature,
Yeah.
and then he maims his soul and divides it into, like, Horcruxes, and that's how he becomes less and less of a human.
Right. 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 Absolutely.
So
That's the
that's
thing.
like amazing,
Hmm.
that how, death, like why we are human, because we are immortal, like, because we're mortals.
Hmm. Hmm.
Death
Hmm.
is moving upon us, and that's why we are supposed to, like, what life is all about. That's what Harry Potter, like, life is all about loving and friendship and in sacrificing. So yeah.
That's true. That's true. So Payal had another question. Which character do you dislike the most? Good question. Hmm. Which character do so there was another
You.
interview. Okay, okay, this was funny. Okay, so there's this
Yeah,
another
yeah.
interview where there was like it was more of a conference sort of a thing. Okay, and there was Drake, as in kya naam hai uska? Tom Felton. That's his name, no?
Tom Felton. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Tom Felton.
and Judge and George and Fred. I don't remember their names. Okay,
Hmm.
like these three were there, and the same question was asked to them, and all three of them said these answers. Okay, Drake was like, I don't like Dobby at all. I find him very creepy and all. I don't know why do you have to be like that. He said it like literally like this, and I was like, what the hell? Then oh my God, I can't remember what George said, but oh yeah, George or Fred, one of them said,
Hmm.
what was the owl's name? Mm,
Hedwig.
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 He said, Hedwig. He said that I don't like Hedwig. And I was like, huh? You know? So then, he did tell them the story that, I don't know, some sort of a car that there was that these two or one of them owned. And
Hmm.
somehow the owl basically was inside of it and came out of its cage. So like वही
Hmm.
मतलब इधर उधर ऐसे फड़फड़ाया होगा तो सारा उसका मतलब पूरा कार गंदा हो गया था.
Yeah.
So I mean that's the story. But who would I not like?
Yeah.
Um,
Who wrote it?
um, yeah, that one, Wormtail. I do not like people who
Oh
are
yeah.
so scared and timid and hanji
Peter
nanji type
Pettigrew,
ke.
right?
Peter,
Yeah.
Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah.
I really do not like him. What about you?
Huh. I that's the thing with Harry Potter, that you have sympathy for a lot of negative characters. You
Hmm.
understand them, you empathize with them, and they are so well written that you are bound to fall in love with them.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
just don't, honestly, I don't know. Like, it's so tough. I don't know, maybe Morning Mortal? She was kind of
She's very
irritating.
irritating.
Morning Mortal?
Yeah, I've
She's a
always felt
she's
that
a
she's a
breach of
female
privacy,
version
I
of
think.
Harry Potter. Henna,
I
but
like the I like the how she helps. I like the how she helps, how she was, like,
yeah, yeah.
whatever happened, how
Hmm.
she was gonna. I love to be very sad for that, but then nah, like her voice, like,
Yeah, I no,
I'm
like in
very petty
terms of
here. I'm gonna be very petty here and just say like Morning Bottle because of like how creep she was, and because of her voice.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Okay, I have no idea why. I always feel that she's the female version of Harry Potter. I'm not saying in terms of values and all. Visually, शक्ल से, तो like very similar face structure. Okay, just उसके लंबे बाल होते हैं और यहाँ से वो इधर इधर बाल आते हैं, and just
Yeah,
that bit of
fringes,
a
yeah.
difference. Yeah, that thing else. Okay, there's
So
one more.
somebody
Hmm.
asked that would you want a standalone movie on you know who? Okay. Who? What do you mean by you know who? What's the name of the person? Wait, let me.
Aaron,
Okay, Arun. I think Arun. Okay, so Arun. You know who? Are you referring to Lord Voldemort,
Voldemort.
whose
Yeah.
name which we can still take, or are you referring to the or to the author of the books, who we like? Just now, like now, after her transphobic comments, we call her you know who,
I think he means Harry Potter. Sorry, Harry
Lord
Voldemort only.
Voldemort.
Ha ha ha.
I would love a stand movie
Yeah.
on him. Like we got to know his background and everything.
Hmm.
But then, yeah, I would want to know more about him. Oh, he
Hmm.
meant Voldemort only, the
Hmm.
one who must
Hmm.
not be named.
Hmm. That's all. No, even I would. I mean, हाँ स्टोरी तो पता चले. I mean, ग्रिंडलवाल्ड की तो चलो फिर भी थोड़ी बहुत पता है. But
Yeah, that's the thing. So, yeah, like when I saw that question first, the question of his, I was like, do I want to know more about someone? I'm like, no, I just like whatever we were told in the
hmm.
books and
Hmm.
even in the movies. Like,
Hmm.
since he has talked of movies, and I'm glad with Fantastic Beasts, because
Hmm.
I want
Hmm.
to really
Hmm.
see young Dumbledore and that arc, his romance and how the
Yeah.
rivalry turned into romance with Grindelwald and even
Yeah.
Salamander,
Scamander.
yes, Newt
No,
Salamander.
no,
So,
Scamander. Good one, good one.
I just named him. Oh my God, I just
He
named him
likes
like you.
salamanders though. He says that,
Oh yeah, he
that,
does exactly.
But no,
The,
I think I would really want to know Voldemort's story. Yeah, I would. Well,
yeah, I want to have a
hmm.
problem. I want to have a problem on
Yeah,
CEO,
yeah, yeah,
but I'm like,
yeah.
and I can't wait for Fantastic Beasts 3 to come out and see more of
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, I
Been
mean,
waiting a
that
bit.
has
The
a lot of
Salamander.
very subtle relations. I mean, not subtle. There is a relation between Harry Potter and the other one, but like, yeah, isn't the Nagini reference and like uh,
Hmm.
the bit of a story there that I like. But
Oh
yeah,
yes.
again, to answer his question, I think I would. I mean, I really liked it and was really fascinated when Dumbledore goes to meet the young Tom Riddle, in that
Yeah.
the
In the
thing. And
orphan. In
yeah,
the
and
orphanage.
the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
part about that scene, um so like the Deathly Hallows, there were 7 stones on the rim of the window, okay, signifying that there are 7 Deathly Hallows, sorry, 7 Horcruxes. And then there was a portrait of this place, like the cursed place that these Dumbledore and Harry Potter went to get that locket, so
Hmm.
a sketch of that particular place is also there. So like I really was intrigued by that entire scene, and very symbolic. And actually it's a very significant memory to have for these two to realize that exactly ho kya raha hai ye. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I would. Anyway, what are the questions? There was one more. Let me see,
I
what do
didn't
you
see any
think?
though. Like, do you like? Does anyone have more questions? Just feel free to drop in any comment or question, preferably, and
Yeah.
yeah, we would love to answer it.
Where is it? What do you think
Oh,
about the
somebody,
latest part? Latest book, part 8 of the series. What, Cursed Child? There's this one called Nalla Nihara. Very nice
I
name.
don't like her style. I read its premise and reviews of it. I was like, nope, I'm not spoiling my love for Harry Potter after reading this. I got to know the
Yeah.
outcome. I'm not doing this.
I did read it. I did read it. I have it. Like a friend, my best friend only gifted to me. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a fun read, but ठीक है. I mean, yeah. So like, what actually would strike you would be, how this Harry Potter's son, the one who's called all the three names. अरे
Mhm.
क्या था? Uh,
James Albus, serious
Snape.
James Albus, right?
जेम्स
James, yeah.
समथिंग, ठीक है, सारे तीन चार नाम एक ही साथ जो डाल दिए थे, ठीक है, सो
Yeah,
उसके
James Albus, yeah, that one.
हाँ, so this particular son is very, what do you call it? Like very troubled with the fact that whether, he's a Slytherin or a Gryffindor, he gets placed. He's in a
Just like Harry
Slytherin.
Potter.
Yeah. He's put in a Slytherin house only, I think, at the end of it, but like has again Gryffindor values as well. And coming back to
Hmm.
the sorting hat like experience with Harry himself,
Hmm.
that he said, like the hat said that I'm confused where to put
You'll
you.
do great in Slytherin, yeah.
Yeah, so the entire correlation is all good, but okay. But I really like the fact that this was actually a theater play. So there
Yeah,
the
exactly.
yeah, so there the girl who was who I haven't seen the play and all, so I don't have much of an idea about that. But this much
Mm-hmm.
I know that the girl who plays Hermione is actually a black person, which is amazing. And by the way,
Wow.
just to be clear, I feel that racism is not to term someone black, white, or brown, but just to like to demean them for what they are. So just so that people do not, get all bonkers, go bonkers about why did I say black and all. But yeah, actually she is, and I was very surprised and impressed. Uh, that
Yeah.
good job at that.
One of my friends had earlier asked, where can you get that locket? You know, the one that you're wearing right now.
This, अरे
Yeah.
Amazon पे मिलता है. हाँ,
What's it called?
what's it called?
Oh,
Time
it's a
turner.
time turner thing, a time turner thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a time turner.
So, Ayush, if you're still online, it's called the time turner and it's on
Hmm.
Amazon.
Yeah.
If
Like
you
you'll
like it that
find.
much, maybe I'll give it to you on your birthday. Anyway, your birthday's coming.
Yeah, and you'll find that Deathly Hallow का symbol वाला locket
Yeah,
also.
वो तो I've seen,
Hmm.
like even the earrings
Hmm.
and everything. Yeah.
हाँ, everything's there. Plus वो sold store वगैरह पे भी मिल जाता है.
Oh yes. I
Hmm.
thought of wearing my Harry Potter Soul Stone tee. Then I was like, no, I don't want to. It's just weird. I don't know, it's just weird. And then I was like, I think I'm going for a shirt rather,
Yeah,
not a
अरे
tee.
I really want है मूवी है वोल्डेमॉर्ट की. अरे हाँ है तो.
Not in my knowledge. Okay, like I'll watch it tonight itself. Thank you so much, Arun, for the
Yeah.
knowledge. I'm
अरे नहीं
connecting with
है
Arun.
एक, हाँ मुझे याद है. आई नो अबाउट इट्स एग्जिस्टेंस, मैं भूल गई थी. थैंक्स अरुण. यू मेड हिम अ फिश. व्हाट द हेल. वेन.
Yeah, I such a guy. I called him salamander. That's why.
ओके ठीक है.
Yeah, it's a fan-made movie. That's why I don't know of it. Okay.
हो सकता है यूट्यूब वगैरह पे
I'm
शायद
glad,
एक बार ही देखा था
I'm glad
मैंने.
that we have this platform now where we have fellow Potterheads, so many other Potterheads with whom
Hmm.
we can connect and get to know more, have more discussions.
Yeah.
I'm totally connecting with Arun after this.
Oh my God. No, but it's actually true. Okay. I'm not kidding. So, the shadow experience that I talked about, right? So, these people, so it's a company called Zaxxas, and their headquarters is in Singapore itself. But I could connect with a lot of people there just because of Harry Potter. Like, out of the blue, I used to ask them, like, by any chance, would you be a Potterhead? And they'd be, yes, we are. And, like, hour long conversation just on Harry Potter. So, like, it
Yeah.
also helps you to build your network if you see it from a business standpoint. So, I mean, that's how wonderful it is. And that's the thing. If you haven't watched Harry Potter, trust me, you've missed something in life. I mean,
Oh, if you haven't grown up watching him, you have missed a significant part of your childhood.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, then of course people draw a very what the parallel between Lord of the Rings and all that stuff
Oh
with Harry
yes.
Potter.
Oh my God. Yes.
I don't know.
Especially because Albus Dumbledore was there in both the like Gandalf.
Gandalf. Yeah.
Gandalf and Dumbledore. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I have a thing for visual effects so much. Matlab
I
story
have watched
lao.
Lord of the Rings. Like, I won't call myself a fan of LOTR, but I have watched the
Hmm.
movies. I
Yeah,
intend to
same.
read the books.
Hmm.
And
They're very
I like
detailed,
the
I've heard. Like the font size
Oh
is
yes,
only
they
very
are.
small.
Tolkien is they're very much heavily influenced from Christianity because
Hmm.
Tolkien was a Christian writer. So
Right, 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 right. So,
I still don't see similarities between Harry Potter and LOTR.
yeah,
Like they are very
even I
different.
don't. I don't. मतलब texture ही बहुत different है दोनों में. Like I feel that Harry Potter has more of a story and it's more about humans and I mean, yeah, of course, there's the Muggle and
It's less
the.
moral. See, I would say it's more
Hmm.
palatable, like it's more metaphorical.
Hmm.
LOTR gets very moral and very
Very
preachy, very
fictional also like
yes.
you I mean I know Harry Potter is also fiction but you get it right that वो है बस एक किसी वर्ल्ड में हो रहा है वो लाइफ में कभी वो सब नहीं होने वाला है I'm a person who likes real stuff that might actually
Yeah.
happen to you and
Yeah.
again saying that I really want to get that Hogwarts a letter and somebody tells me that it's actually true and it exists.
I got it when I got it about 4 years ago when I purchased something from Soul Store. So I got that. That's the closest we can come. That's the closest we can come to the
Yeah. Acha, वैसे quick question. I mean, we have exceeded our time, but whose wand would you like to have? I know you
Oh,
said Elder Wand, but and that's I think
yeah.
Dumbledore himself, but still, like, is there anyone else?
Voldemort for sure. Being a Slytherin, I have
Oh,
that.
the white
It's like
one that has the skull
with a
at the end.
the Phoenix Head,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
I'd say Bellatrix. It's very very like out of the blue. But Hermione is definitely it's very pretty. Hers this thing, yeah, it is. So anyway, we should wrap up now. I don't think there are
Yes.
more questions. I'll just
Yes, I
check.
don't think we have any more questions. So yes,
Hmm.
let's wrap up.
Yeah. Well, it was
It was a
great
it was
chatting
a
with
very fun
you.
session. It was a
Hmm.
very fun session.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, would love to do these again and again and again and wouldn't even get tired of it. But yeah, so
Oh,
thank
yes,
you so much.
likewise.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Doug.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
Mr. Moustache and Cakes, for giving
Yes.
me this opportunity, for all the people who contacted me regarding this. And then you
Um,
for being such a great, like, host and, person to talk to basically discuss, meeting a fellow Potterhead.
I know. That's actually the concept of Baker story. That people to just to have a platform where two or three people, basically or more, people who are passionate about some sort of genre or some book or some author, and they come together and they discuss, and it can go on, and you feel good about it, and people who watch it also feel good about it. Right. Chalo, thank you so much. Bye.
Yes. Bye bye. Good night, everyone.
Good night.